All right, the election night version of Weather for Weather Geeks, getting this online a little bit early tonight as we've got a busy evening here at the station with the results coming in, and I'll be helping out with some of that. So let's get right to our weather today. 66 the high today. Our forecast was 65, so we were only off by 1. It was warm, and it was actually a pretty nice day until the clouds thickened up towards the end of the afternoon, and yes, indeed, right on schedule, some rain has pushed in. As I record this, it's 7 minutes till 7. Raining lightly in Trumbull and Mahoning counties, western parts of Columbiana County, and getting some light rain over in Mercer County as well. Rain gets a little bit heavier. We see some of these yellow shades around the Akron area, heading down I-77 towards Canton, and then back into parts of east central Ohio. We'll zoom out and take a look at the larger picture here. It's going to turn out to be a rainy evening, as expected. This steady rain will last a handful of hours. Let's see if my loop will get going here. The steadiest of the rain looks to occur this evening, and then I think as we go into the overnight, that drier air that you see out towards Toledo and Detroit and up into southeastern Michigan will gradually push in, meaning that that'll be just about the end of the steady rain, just hit or miss showers later on tonight. Here's our high-res futurecast showing that back edge pushing through 10, 11 o'clock, and then sprinkles and hit and miss showers right into tomorrow morning. I think as the kids head off to school tomorrow morning and as you head off to work, the umbrella will be needed in parts of the area, especially early, with decreasing chances for rain later on. Here's a look at how temperatures will go tomorrow. They're going nowhere, basically holding within a degree or two of whatever the temperature is at daybreak. That'll be what it is all day. And the breeze will make it feel even cooler. Again, any raindrops should be pretty much out of here by the afternoon. Our hour-by-hour rain chances peaking at 40, maybe 50% in the morning, and then down to about 0 by the end of the day. All right, better things to come on Thursday. As we'll get into a southwesterly wind here. Sunshine will break out. It's going to turn out to be a pretty nice day on Thursday, much nicer than tomorrow. But then it's back to kind of, not so nice weather on Friday. This cold front is potent, but it does not have much moisture to wring out, so I'm not expecting much more than a passing shower on Friday. But it will be a cooler day. It'll be a breezy day. Notice our isobars are packed pretty tightly together here. So that'll be noticeable. Temperatures probably not getting out of the 40s, maybe to around 50 on Friday. The weekend looking pretty sunny. Still on track for a chilly weekend, especially on Saturday. Temperatures starting near 30 in the morning. And then in the afternoon, not much better than the mid-40s. But Sunday will be a good day to rake the leaves, get outdoors. I have 54 in the forecast for Sunday afternoon. All right, a few words about the longer range forecast and the winter forecast. We went out with the winter forecast last week. There is some consternation in the weather community over what some of the modeling is showing, especially over the next month or so. It looks like it's just going to have a hard time getting cold. And if you remember from the winter forecast last week, we're calling for a colder than average December. Might have to update that here, in the next couple of weeks as we get more information. I did a little digging today into the record books. This is the list of the analog years, the top 5 years with the most similarities to this year when it comes to what's going on in the oceans, what's going on in the atmosphere. Notice at the very top of our list is 2005-2006, which was not a cold winter. Overall, it was not all that snowy of a winter either. In fact, it was below average in terms of snow with 53 inches. That's about 7 inches below average. Out of our top 5 years, 2 were cold, 3 were warm, 3 were snowy, 2 were not. So there was quite a mix here. But 2005-2006, our top analog, was a pretty mild winter. And looking back at what happened in the fall of 2005, you can see why this was at the top of our list. This was the temperature regime across the country in October and November of 2005. Looks like this year. Just about the whole country was warm, just like in October and November of this year. So that certainly, makes a pretty strong case that 2005-2006 winter could be a top candidate for how this winter will shake out. When it came to December out of the 3 meteorological winter months, December was the cold month that winter, colder than average. And that's kind of the idea we have for this winter, that compared to the average, December might be the coldest month of the winter. Now, we might have to make some adjustments there, but interestingly enough, even though that winter was mild, December was pretty chilly. This chilly December was followed by an absolute blowtorch of a January of 2006. Very warm. February was a little closer to average, but January was really warm compared to average in 2006. So just some food for thought here that the winter of 2005-2006 may ultimately be pretty similar to how this winter will shake out. It remains to be seen if we'll get a blowtorch in January, but even though that winter featured a chilly December, I'm not totally convinced that that's the right idea this year. We might have to make some adjustments as we get a little bit closer. But yeah, a lot of gnashing of teeth right now because the modeling just shows very little cold air at the end of November and into early December, which contradicts what the ideas were as recently as last week. If this trend continues with the warmer ideas in the modeling, late November, early December might not be all that cold at all. In fact, it might be a continuation of the overall fall pattern. All right, of course, keep us on standby this evening on your 21 News app. On Facebook and on Twitter, we're going to have updates on the election throughout the evening. An abbreviated weather coming up tonight on 21 News at 11. Of course, most of the show will be about the election and the returns coming in. So be sure and check that out on air and online. I'll see you back here for more Weather Geeks Wednesday evening.